lasted. He weighed in at 240 pounds for this fight. He does look noticeably softer than he did in his last fight, but again, here come those big power bombs. And a left hand drops Junk.
Damien now going for a guillotine. Looks pretty tight. Scott Junk got dropped by that punch hard.
Junk trying to get back to his feet, but man, that choke does seem to be under the neck. Nice knee. Again, if Junk can outlast this initial rush by Damien Knight, it'll be interesting to see what kind of cardio Damien Knight has in the tank, usually fighting at light heavyweight. We saw his fight with Travis Bartlett in July. Probably the fight of the night, definitely the wildest fight of the night, is those two guys just went toe-to-toe for 15 minutes, never stopping.
Yeah, we saw Damien Knight start to wear down a little bit in that fight with Travis Bartlett. His hands were definitely dropping down, even later in the first round and the second round. But the question is, how much damage is Scotty Junk going to absorb in this first flurry, if you will, from Damien Knight? You see there, Knight going for the underhooks. Curious if he'll be able to, he's going to break him, he's going to split him.
Fairly quick restart there. I thought Junk was trying to work his game in the corner. Damien Knight does throw massive bombs. Interesting that both of his fights have been won by decision. Even though he throws these massive bombs, we saw him drop Junk very early in the first round.
Yeah, and Junk is a tough fighter. I've seen him take a number of shots directly to the chin before, and I think that's the first time that I've ever seen him really sat down like that. Testament to Damien Knight's punching power. Nice sprawl from Damien Knight, trying to avoid that takedown. And Scott Junk, Knight gets hung up in the rope, and
surely unintentional.
I'm sure. Scott Junk completes the takedown finally. Maneuvers Damien Knight away from the ropes.
This is not where Damien Knight wants to be, and he's showing it. Credit to Damien Knight. Look at him pick the ankle. Does try to stand back up. I like the way Damien Knight does that. If he gets taken down, he does try to work back to his feet immediately. And he gets there. Now it's Knight pressing in up against the ropes. Damien will try to look for some room in here.
Oh, big knee from Junk.
Nice uppercuts inside as well.
And Damien already looks like he's lost a bit of that aggression. Another big knee from Junk.
But again, Damien Knight just stands there. Just absorbs blow after blow. We saw it in the fight with Bartlett, the amount of punishment he can take. Junk does get the fight to the ground again, but we saw how quickly Damien Knight popped up to his feet the last time around.
He does look less offensive this time. Seems like he's just absorbing some punishment right now, trying to figure out what to do.
Interesting to note that Damien Knight has the Ultimate Fighter trunks on. That's just disrespect.
Yeah, that just is, isn't it?
You weren't on the Ultimate Fighter, I was.
No, but I bought these from Walmart.
Junk again can't get the other hook in. Damien Knight again does a good job of picking the ankle.
Yeah, you see that wrestling base.
This time, Junk does stay on top. Damien Knight does a good job of powering through the top position. This is an interesting fight to score so far. Junk has had a couple takedowns, but really hasn't been able to do much with them. And, of course, we saw Damien Knight drop Junk in the opening minute.
Final seconds here. First round, like you said, really interesting one to score. Scott Junk is now on the bottom. The judges definitely like the top position, and these are the final moments of the round, which can always leave a bit of an exclamation point in people's minds. Not sure whose corner yelled stay busy, but good advice for both fighters.
Yeah, Damien Knight comfortable on top, probably trying to rest, get another win. Junk explodes up, but God, there's that nice wrestling by Damien Knight. Sliding around to the back, controlling from the back.
So he's thinking about trying for a suplex, which wouldn't be easy with someone the size of Scott Junk. Nelson's Country Club taking on Damien Knight. Damien Knight, a very gritty, strong, powerful fighter. Especially early on in the rounds, throws big looping punches. If they connect, they wreak havoc. Damien's thinking about unloading with some punches.
Yeah, he throws big looping hooks. So Scott Junk can stay in the pocket and deliver a straight punch. He can beat Damien Knight to the punch.
Oh, boy.
Another big takedown, but look at Damien Knight immediately popping back up, getting to the back initially and then to top position.
You saw those photographers wince. There was about 500 pounds of dude flying towards them. Luckily, the rope sprung them back into the center of the ring here at MMA Explosion. But Damien Knight now on top. Scott Junk is on the bottom. Damien Knight's wearing the black trunks, Scott Junk in the gray. Normally, Damien Knight fights at the 205-pound limit, which is light heavyweight, but he's fighting tonight at heavyweight to take on Scott Junk. And I will say, cardio doesn't appear to be any more of an issue for Damien Knight than it does for Scott Junk. And Damien here going for the crucifix. Scott noticing it and pops his arm back out.
Damien Knight trying to control the head to keep Scott Junk from sliding out to the side where he could immediately take to the back if he can scramble up. He's got to work that head free.
Wouldn't be surprised if the referee starts calling for some more action or says, I'm going to stand you guys up, because right now it appears to be a bit of a stalemate on the ground. Damien's certainly in a better position, but I wouldn't say that his punches are sustaining a lot of damage to Scott Junk at this point.
No, he'll need to continue to throw punches a little bit more frequently if he wants to maintain this position. And we can see the referee leaning in, taking a real close look. A little bit of adjustment, moves to the top. I'll tell you what, the second fight that we've seen Damien Knight here in MMA Explosion, and I'm impressed again. The guy just doesn't look like he should be able to do what he does. In some ways, it's almost reminiscent of a Roy Nelson, with a bit of irony, because the physique doesn't look to be there. He looks to throw these wild, loopy punches that just shouldn't be able to connect, but for whatever reason, he continues to be effective in his fights.
Yeah, and you look at somebody like Scott Junk, who's a veteran of The Ultimate Fighter. He trains with Roy Nelson. He's been around for quite some time and been around successfully for quite some time. So for somebody like Damien Knight to come out here and really give him a run for his money, and as you mentioned, John, probably win that first round. Definitely, he appears to be winning the second round. You know, that's a testament to Damien White. Can't take anything away from Scott Junk. He's just got his hands full right now.
Absolutely. We see a little bit of blood from the lip with Damien Knight as now he goes to attack that left arm, looking for the straight arm bar. Doesn't have the elbow pointed the right way. Junk sensed the danger and pulled it away. But again, Junk just, does show a little bit of a scramble, but again, the presence of mind of Damien Knight to roll with it and stay in the top position. Going to jump to the back, see if he can sink in the hooks. And Damien Knight never seems to really aggressively want to sink in those hooks. I don't know if it's because of the size of his frame or what it is, but he seems to stay more comfortable in this position right here.
Well, it could just be that wrestling base. You know, years of wrestling, you don't really get trained to sink in the hooks, but to have a body lock and control your opponent.
Just looking over at Scott Junk's corner, they were imploring him to get back up. Instead, he rolled to his back, and there was just this look of despair as this second round is slipping away. The first round was very interesting, very close. I think Damien Knight took it. I think certainly Damien Knight is definitely in control of this round with 1 minute left, and that might have been Junk's opportunity to try to reverse the course of this round, and he seemed too willing to just go to his back and allow Damien Knight to set up in side control. Damien Knight seems to have the mount there for him if he wants to step over with that left leg.
Scott now scrambling back to his feet. I don't know if he hurt his corner finally, but he decided to do something. Pop back up. He's going to need to try to create some distance here and throw some punches if there's any way that he's going to steal this round. Going for a takedown. He gets it.
Not sure what Damien Knight's playing about something.
To the referee, and the referee is pausing the action. The clock continues to run.
Maybe his leg was out of the ring.
20 seconds left.
His right leg was definitely hanging over there. A little bit of gamesmanship by Damien Knight, perhaps, but a smart move. He wasted quite a bit of time there. Now just 10 seconds left for Junk to do any work. And again, this is another takedown for Junk that nothing really was capitalized on, although a big elbow that appeared directly to the back of the head. Fight, and I think Scott Junk's got to push and look for a finish here in this third round.
Damien Knight with those heavy hands, man. Dropped Scott Junk in the first round, and Scott just with a look of exhaustion on his face. Throws a huge knee, though. Scott Junk shoots in. Nice sprawl there by Damien Knight, and Damien again ends up on the back of Scott Junk. Gets one of the hooks in, looking for a second.
Moves
ends up in side control.
Man, Damien Knight's wrestling base has been very, very effective now in his past two fights, and Scott Junk just unable to take him down. Not sure if that was the best move to look for the takedown. Obviously, Scott wanted to get in top position, try to establish something there, but maybe some stand-up would have been the better way to go.
Damien Knight now with full mount on Scott Junk.
Nice right hand.
Scott back to half guard on Damien Knight.
Going to reset in the center of the ring as both guys' heads are resting on the ropes. Roy Nelson giving some coaching to Scott Junk as he resets in the center, saying, you have got to get up. You have got to get back to your feet. You are letting this fight slip away from you.
Not sure what the line was coming into this fight, but I'm sure that Scott Junk would have been the favorite, considering that he's pretty comfortably in the heavyweight division. He's been there for quite some time now, and Damien Knight decided to pack on a few extra pounds and move up to 240 pounds where Scott Junk is. But Damien Knight, despite having less experience, just showing a lot of heart and beating up on a guy who's a vet of the Ultimate Fighter and the UFC there, and has been around for a long time. He's got a good record, Scott Junk does, of 8-2. So
yeah, and I don't think it wasn't a case of them taking Damien Knight lightly. We talked to Roy Nelson, we talked to Scott Junk, we talked to the Roy Nelson Country Club team before this fight, and they had a lot of respect for Damien Knight.
Yeah.
They weren't writing him off as some type of opponent that they should be able to just walk right through. So I certainly don't think it was a case of them taking it lightly. It's just, once again, Damien Knight showing a lot of grit, a lot of heart. Not to mention solid wrestling skills, great scrambling skills, and some powerful winging punches.
Halfway through this third and final round, 2 minutes and 25 seconds remains. Damien Knight in the same position he's been in for the better part of this fight, on top of Scott Junk, with Scott Junk kind of squirming around trying to get something going. Co-main event tonight here at MMA Explosion. We're at the joint inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, and good night of fights so far.
Damien Knight, once again, I'll be honest, I really thought going into this fight that Damien Knight at 240 pounds was going to gas out and it was going to cost him the fight. I have all the respect in the world for his punching power. Once again, he's shown us his wrestling pedigree, his scrambling ability, but the cardio tonight is what's impressed me. Not that he looks like he's ready to get up and run a marathon by any stretch, but he's doing enough, and he's controlling Scott Junk.
Absolutely. At no point in this fight has Scott Junk really gotten a significant amount of offense going. He's had a few nice takedowns, but outside of that, it's been all Damien Knight.
Yeah, and he's not able to establish anything with those takedowns. And again, Scott Junk's corner just imploring him as time is running down to get up, to push up however he can. They're asking him to just put the hands on the chest and press up, just old school power out of it. Don't worry about the technique, just get back up somehow.
1 minute on the clock. Final 60 seconds for Scott Junk to get something going. Damien Knight still hunting for that crucifix. .45, time is slipping away. Scott Junk's got to do something now.
Yeah, we're hearing the crowd is asking for a stand-up, but I do think Damien Knight is staying busy. No, I mean, a stand-up wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here. And look at Scott Junk actually trying to secure some kind of a straight arm bar there. Oh, look at him trying to bend the arm back. Look at this. Can he do it with the key lock grip over there on the side?
It looks pretty tight coming down to the final 10 seconds of this fight, and Damien Knight is going to power through this as well.